What's going on, everyone? My name is Mega Jolteon, and we are here for UBC Season 6, Week 5. We're taking on Iceolate, coach of the Great Lake Greninjas. Check him out in the description below. Pretty solid player. He's 3-1 in the UBC, so definitely some playoff. Potentially could be a game in playoffs, and he's definitely a tough player with his record right now. Let's go into the matchup real quick. And my team consists of Mega Aerodactyl, Mew, Infernape, Superior, Olin, Persian, Nidoqueen, Thundee, Olin, Ninetales, Munchlax, Jellicent, Shelgon, and Mutang. And his team consists of threats of Blacephalon, Mega Venu, Umbreon, Komodo, Starmie, Blissey, Electros, Granbull, Z, Lycanroc Dusk, a Cellgore, Steelix, and Articuno. So kind of a funky team on his part. I'm not the biggest fan of his team, but I think he definitely is a matchup over me. Generally, my team kind of struggles to break down Fat, and stuff like Blissey can just easily take on, like Thundee, which is pretty much my best breaker versus him. And he's tough to revenge Thundee as well. So Thundee is a pretty tricky matchup. It's like a sweeper, but it's definitely a solid breaker. And I really wanted to bring it this game, but I didn't have enough room. It was basically the 7th mon. I needed the first 6 mons, and stuff like Munchlax had a pretty good matchup as well to check Blacephalon. But same thing with Thundee, I needed some other slots as well. And yeah, his team is pretty tricky. Threats like Lycanroc Dusk, easily the biggest start on my team. I don't have good rock resist, and Z Lycanroc Medium Z just blows away Amon on my team, so gotta play around that. Stuff like Blissey, Venu, Umbreon's pretty disgusting to take on. And my way to break that is Thundee, but I overall just did not like his matchup, like I said. It was decent, but I struggled to break past stuff like Electros, Blissey, and Umbreon combined, so yeah, that's basically it. And stuff like Blacephalon is usually one of the biggest threats. Komodo as well, and his offense is just super good versus me, and his bulk is pretty good as well, so this is a very tricky matchup. I think definitely my worst matchup so far this season, but let's go into the team I'm bringing versus Iceolate. First mon I'm bringing is a very Spadef Aerodactyl. Mainly this is my check to Blacephalon because I have my way to deal with Blacephalon is also with my Reckless Cat, and with the Verd I will be able to Pursuit Trap it. I wanted this Spadef because I did not really need the extra HP because more of his team is special, and I want to take it better from Blacephalon, stuff like that, and I really only needed the 80 HP. And basically with that attack investment after rocks, even if he does stay in, I can kill that Blacephalon with a Pursuit if he's like max HP. This is versus a Scarf Blacephalon. I can easily take 2 Shadow Balls besides a Spadef drop, and I can kill it, so it shouldn't be a big of an issue. And I can pivot around it between my Alolan Persian and my Aerodactyl. And yeah, Stone Edge and Aerial Ace is good versus the rest of his team, as you'll see. Very solid versus everything. Doesn't really have great switches to it. I was thinking about a different set, but not going to go into that too much because he has a very good record, and we might face him in playoffs. But yeah, very nice mon against his team. Main rule is to Pursuit Trap the Blacephalon because I did not bring Munchlax. That's definitely a big threat versus my team. Next mon is our nice fat Mew, Psychic, Super Fang versus Taunt. Generally just a really it's a mon that he really struggles to break down. So mainly there for his fat Venu, Umbreon, Blissey, and with Super Fang I can easily just beat them down with Foul Play does not to kill me, and I can beat the Umbreon if he's like lefties or something like that. Yeah, I beat the Umbreon if he's like lefties, because if I had lefties of my own I wouldn't be able to really beat it, and it'd be kind of annoying to take that down, but the Rocky Helmet, I can easily beat that. I do lose lefties, which I would love, but this was mainly for his fat, just in case if he wanted to bring that. And if he brings the fat, then this is easily my win count, because he struggles to break this in combination with Aerodactyl. Stuff that break this is his Cellgore and Blacephalon, and Aerodactyl deals with them, so yeah, definitely this defensive core is super good versus him, and yeah. Next mon I am bringing Banded Ape. This is generally just he does not have a good switch into this at all. Starmie takes a billion from Banded Flare Blitz or U-turn, and Blacephalon, ooh, that boy gets dropped. Like, it drops to a banded Flare Blitz after rocks. So no way that's a switch in. And I overall did not feel like I needed Earthquake for that. So banded Flare Blitz does a lot, and just this coverage does very well versus him. If I can get rid of the Starmie, and even then, I do so much damage to Starmie, it doesn't switch into me. So this is generally just to pressure fighting weak Fat Mons plus Venu, and overall just does not have a switch into this at all if it played correctly. So, and U-turn's nice versus Starmie, and yeah, this is just good mon in general. I basically needed to bring Ban to actually break through Venu, because I could bring Life Orb, but I'd get weakened a lot, and I did not feel like I needed switch up moves too much. And Banded Mach Punch is nice versus like a Komodo if it's weakened or something, so it's very nice. And right now, I want a bait to Venu, and I was kind of struggling to think of that, and something to bait in Blacephalon as well. I brought a Heavy Mirror Coat, a Superior. Basically, this thing, even though if you look at his team, besides if Venu is gone, then Subseed kind of just, it's super good versus him, besides the Selgor and the Venu. But overall, I did not want to bring Subseed. I wanted to bring a Assault Bus set, because overall, this thing's main job is to either bait in Blacephalon or Mega Venu and kill him. If he's a Scarf Blacephalon, I can usually chew a Flamethrower or Fire Blast, and Elko it back with a Mirror Coat. And I usually chew a Sludge Bomb from Venu and Elko it back with a Mirror Coat, so definitely just does a very nice bait versus his team. And say if I get rid of them early, this thing is a fantastic check to Starmie. Same as stuff like the Lycanroc, because I can easily chew a +2 Accelerock, because I have enough speed to outspeed it, and yeah, Mirror Coat's just nice in general. Knock off for the Blacephalon. Didn't really need the last move, but just nice to have. But mainly this is just my bait to Blacephalon and Mega Venu. Also one of my checks to Starmie, because Life Orb Starmie is a big threat, especially like Specs or something. So I definitely needed that nice Assault Vest to take it on. Next mon is my Assault Vest. None of our Fizzed FAV, so don't get too crazy. I'm not that crazy. Actually, I'm that crazy, but I don't know. Let's just Persian is mainly just for Assault Vest is mainly for my Shadow Ball resist to a Blacephalon. If he goes for the Shadow Ball and my Aerodactyl's pretty weakened, I can go into my Persian. I can easily chew a Shadow Ball. Or if he goes for the Fire Blast, I can usually chew it up, and I go into my Aerodactyl to trap it. So that's generally my game plan to take on the Blacephalon. And I have U-turn to U-turn on stuff like that. Could take a hit from Starmie, and this is my main first time switching versus the Lycanroc, because if I do get rid of the Blacephalon earlier than expected, this is my main check to the Lycanroc, because if he wants to be pretty aggressive and go for the Lycanrocian Z, I can easily chew that up and after rocks, and I outgo with the Foul Play if he goes for the SV, and I take an Accelerock as well. So definitely have to have the prep versus the Lycanroc on deck, because that's easily the biggest threat versus my team. Foul Play and Knockup's very solid, and play rough is for the Komodo. Hit that with a nice chunk of damage, and yeah, very nice mon versus him. And the last mon is our Mama Jolt. It's nice Fizz Def. This is my another one of my main checks to the what's it called? The Komodo. Komodo. It decently checks if it's weakened, but my main check to the what's it called? Lycanroc. I could easily chew a +2 Groundium Z Drill Run from this with my investment, and I have the attack to 2K some stuff on his team, some speed creeps as well, and yeah, just a nice fat Nidoqueen. And EQ P-Jab hits basically his whole team for nice neutral damage, so it's nice. And Cheese Spikes, if I bait in the Venusaur, Cheese Spikes look so juicy versus him, and yeah, if I don't get rid of Venu early, then I don't expect to go for them, but rocks they're very crucial this game to take on his team. Another nice check to Selgor as well, because the Selgor, after Arrow gets weakened maybe by the Blacephalon, it looks like a bit of a threat, so I have to nice Queen to take it on. So yeah, that's basically our team versus Iceolate. Let's go on to the battle piece. Alright, we are back with our game versus Iceolate and the Great Lake Greninjas. His team consists of Komodo, Steelix, Iceolate, Blacephalon, Megavini, and Lycanroc Dusk. Basically what I expected. I expected Starmie over Komodo maybe, but overall, I think this is pretty much what I expected. You know, gotta be careful around that Steelix so that it checks my Aerodactyl, because I don't have Aqua Tail. And it can basically get 3 rocks with that, so it's a bit tricky, but I think I could deal with that. Komodo, I expect like a Dragonite set, definitely. Steelix just nice and fat. Iceolate, probably offensive to check my Mew and my Surf. Overall, there's a decent matchup, but I guess it's not quite a few things. Blacephalon, definitely Scarf. I don't see a reason not to bring Scarf versus me. Outspeeds my Arrow, outspeeds Scarf Mew, Scarf. It's really good versus me, especially like Scarf, like a Surf in general. Outspeeds that. Venu's nice and fat, and Lycanroc, ST, Lycanroc, and Z. Basically what I expect, and let's get onto the game. My best lead at this point, I think I lead off with my Mega Aerodactyl, because I want my Mega on early, and he leads off the Iceolate, so pretty good late matchup versus me. I think I can click Pursue right here and get some good damage, because even if he does stay in, I can easily chew it. And yeah, I get some nice pursuit damage on this, and he goes into Steelix, which gives him pretty much free rocks, and I go into my Serp, and hopefully this is my chance to bait in the Blacephalon or the Venu. This is a great chance for me. I did not push in the rocks, so I can easily take if he's modest Scarf, I can easily, not easily, but I can take the Fire Blast if I get a pretty good roll in my favor. It's like 89 to 101, so I can easily chew it if I get the roll in my favor. But if he's just timid, he cannot kill me, especially if he's Flamethrower. So, and if he is Spexed, which I don't expect, I don't think it's too good of a bring versus me, and I can revenge it with arrows, so it's no big deal. I get damage on this, which if he is Specs, I can revenge it with arrow. So yeah, but right now I click Miracle, and hopefully I can keep this around, but he does reveal to be Specs, which, like I said, is kind of interesting versus me, because I think Scarf is just much better. And yeah, but no biggie. Serp wasn't really needed this game, because he didn't, Serp wasn't too needed, but I got my arrow in the back to revenge this, so no big deal. And yeah, he should be in range of pursuit, and yeah, that's a dead Blacephalon. And he goes into Steelix. As I go right into my Mew, I could risk a Toxic right now, but he just goes for the Earthquake. And yeah, I taunt right here, predicting the Toxic, and he does go for that. And yeah, I get a Psychic on this. I was definitely expecting, there's no way he's going to stay in there, and he did not really want to switch into anything else to a Psychic, because Mew, Komodo, and that, and he couldn't do anything to my Mew, so this Iceolate play is very obvious, so I just click Psychic right there, and if he did stay in, I can just like Psychic again, or just Roost, depending when he does, like Earthquake or something, and I just go into Arrow. If his sequence of plays go for the Earthquake, as I Psychic, and he goes straight to Iceolate, which would be pretty good in play on his part, but I still had my arrow in the back to shoot hits from it, so it wasn't too much of a loss to go for Psychic. It definitely was no risk play. So, but right now, he does get a free setup into his Lycanroc, but if he goes for the SD, I chew a Iceolate, and if he just goes for the Continental attack, the Lycanroc attack, I usually chew it up after rocks, and I can revenge it with a foul play, and yeah, that'd be great for me. But he just goes for the SD, and I can take an Iceolate very easily, and I did not want to risk this thing being ground UBC and just doing a lot of damage to my Nidoqueen. I could have easily chewed it, but I wanted rocks up, and have a nice check to Komodo in the back, potentially, if I get a weakened. But let's go for the SD, but I'm able to revenge that with a foul play. So yeah, get rid of Big Threat. I don't know why he didn't Iceolate there. Maybe he's expected me not to creep this, but I definitely do have that creep on. And yeah, I'm up 5-3, but he does bring the Komodo. As you see, I go for the player off to prevent setup, and I do crit him. Definitely sucks, but as you see, it doesn't really matter too much. Might have just lost me a bit of a differential, but as you see, he's actually Drain Punch, and I live on 1, So that's a pretty max roll if he's Jolly. But if he was a what do you call it? If he's adamant, it was a roll in his favor, but I think he was Jolly, and if he was Jolly, he needed an absolute max roll to kill me, so that was almost a max roll, but we do live on 1, and we get the foul play off. I could have went for the play off and killed him right there, but overall, I think my better play was just to foul play, just not risk the miss, and he was in range, and if he was just not risk the miss and get some good damage on it, because he is in range of 2 attacks from me. And next turn, as you see, I go into Uniqueen. I could easily take 2 Dragon Claws because I am very Fizz Death, and I could 2-kill with the P-Jab no matter what he does. And if I did not get if I like play rough there and I missed, I would have been in a tricky spot because I wouldn't be able to 2-kill this, and I probably just lost right there because I would need to sack off my Mew, and Mew is still very healthy and stuff like that, so I would need to play I wouldn't lose right there, but I would need to play a little bit more carefully, and foul play is just my just the overall safest play at that point. So yeah, basically it. But that crit did suck. That first crit did suck. That would force me to foul play again, but overall I would have basically been in the same situation, I think. I would be forced to revenge this with my Infernape Mach Punch because he would be in range after like 2 poison jabs, and so it would have played a bit differently, but I think I still had a very good chance to win. So I don't think the hacks matter too much in the end, but yeah. But I go into I stay on with my Uniqueen, I click EQ as he clicks Dragon Claw, which is easily just swallow that up, and my Uniqueen just kills this outright, so it's great. And my play right now is to keep this around, not just sack this off. Basically, I don't need this anymore. EQ can't touch Felix, and yeah, basically, I just want to get some damage on this and sack it off. I didn't want to risk a Sneak Powder versus my Mew, because if I lost Mew, I would have still in this end game. I'd be forced to like PB Solar Synthesis until like and it'd be a struggle to weaken Steelix as well. So I needed to keep keep Mew healthy because that is my win count at this point. He can't really break it unless he gets a poison right here. But I just spam EQ. No point in switching out, and potentially can waste some synthesis. But he does reveal Toxic, protecting my Mew, and he clicks Leech Seed, and this reveals I can't really beat this. And but it's just my play to sack this off, and I just sack this off, and basically Mew wins at this point. At least get some poisons, which could be a bit tricky, but right now I click Taunt, a Sludge Bomb plus a poison cannot kill me, and I can still lose this off. So it's not too much of a big deal, and all I really need at this point is to weaken the Steelix range of my Infernape to win the game. If I get the Psychic damage off, which I do, so now he's in range of Infernape, and luckily he does not get the poison. And right now I click Psychic, and this is basically checkmate because the Venu is weakened, he can't outspeed me, and Steelix can never beat me 1v1 unless he gets some crits and stuff. So yeah, he goes for the Gyro Ball, not expecting a helmet, so I get a little bit of chip on that. So yeah, this is basically GG at this point. Yeah, GG. You can't break this Mew, and it's gonna be a bit long. So yeah, as you see, I taunt, and yeah, he can't talk to me because of like Toxic. You know the drill. And yeah, I win this game. It's gonna be pretty long at this point, but yeah, I can't really commentate this, but we do win 3-0 versus Iceolate, which brings us up to a 5-0 record. Not 5-0, yeah, 5-0 record, which is great for me. Gotta love getting on the budget, but we do win a 3-0 versus Iceolate, and this raises us to a 5-0 record, which is amazing. Very happy about this. A bit hexy to get 5-0, but it's Pokemon, I don't really care. But yeah, you're 5-0, and I still could have easily. I think I still could have beaten Andrew without the hacks, but it would have been tricky. But yeah, that's basically GG. GG Iceolate. He just forfeits at the end because he couldn't win, and he know it. So yeah, that's basically it. And yeah, GG to him. And we go to 5-0. Next week we're taking on Halu Nasty and the Halu Go-Goats. It's gonna be a fun game. Got a lot of shit talk. So yeah, it's gonna be fun, and hopefully we can get our 6th win in the season. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.